Hi friends, welcome back to channel Sai Tech Guru. In today's video, I'll try to talk about the review of the OnePlus Nord 2 device after using more than 30 days of usage. Yes friends, it's been more than 30 days of using the OnePlus Nord 2 device, and in this video, I'll try to include all the pros and cons, each and every small details related to this OnePlus Nord 2 device. And I'll try to cover all these topics about the performance, display, camera, battery charging, connectivity, build quality, and UI software updates, and the price as well. So each and every small topic I'll try to discuss in this entire video. So let's get started friends without wasting any time, and don't forget to check the playlist about the OnePlus Nord 2 where I did upload more than 200 plus videos on this device. As you can see, I did do intense kind of testing within this short amount of time, very intense. And in case if you're planning to buy this OnePlus Nord 2, make sure to use my links in the description, universal link, please. That will definitely support me in terms of making me more and more videos. Definitely friends, make sure to use my links to buy any products, not only this phone. So let's get started with the first thing regarding the performance wise. So in terms of the performance, the OnePlus Nord 2 has got the Dimensity 1200A chipset in this device. So first let's talk about Antutu benchmark test and CPU throttling, all those details. So in terms of the Antutu benchmark thing, you should not be worried. You will be getting solid performance about close to 6,70,000 if you use high performance mode. So Antutu benchmark score can be boosted only in the high performance mode. Without high performance mode, this is a situation. With high performance mode, as you can see, obviously the score is changing with and without. As you can see friends, these are the results which are clearly proof for you. With high performance mode and without high performance mode, how much a difference can it make? As you can see friends, so that is the reason you should remember definitely, if you are having the OnePlus Nord 2, if you are experiencing slow, then definitely try to use the high performance mode, but that will slightly increase the bright temperatures as well. And regarding the CPU throttling, the CPU throttle up to 80% without using any kind of high performance mode. So with using high performance mode, sometimes it's not working perfectly all right. As you can see the difference, you can see the symbol on the top as well clearly. CPU throttle up to 70-80% and 73% and 73%, as you can see. So always I'm getting below 80% only in this OnePlus Nord 2 in terms of the CPU throttling overall. But in my experience, I did not have any kind of much issues regarding the day-to-day usage. As you can see, I did install so many applications and so many games at this moment testing this phone, and during my 30 days of usage, I did not feel much problems. In the beginning, we did feel a lot of lag, and I mean in terms of app closing issues, but after software updates, I did not have any kind of issues. But right now, few users are actually facing the camera application is closing automatically. Few users, so they did report this kind of issues with this OnePlus Nord device, but I'm not having any kind of issues. So regarding the gameplay, regarding the Battlegrounds mobile game, right now it's not supported with the 90 FPS. Not only this game, even Call of Duty, some other games, they're not that optimized well at this moment for this MediaTek chipset. And if you use the config file, you can definitely get the 90 FPS working absolutely fine in this phone without any kind of issues. And one more thing, I did like this kind of addition of having the real-time floating FPS meter, which is fantastic option. Trust me, yes. So you can actually get this kind of floating FPS meter working perfectly all right in the OnePlus Nord 2 device, friends. That's very good to have this kind of option. I did not expect this kind of level of update. That's very good. So while playing the games, you can actually see the real-time what is happening as well. That's very sweet spot for this OnePlus Nord 2. So in terms of the performance segment, I can definitely give out of 5, maybe kind of 4 rating in this device in terms of not optimizing. That's the one thing, but very soon the games also will get optimized, so it should not be a big deal. So performance wise, I'm really happy with this phone. So not much big complaints at this moment. A little bit kind of heating issues, a little bit in the MediaTek chipset. That's the one thing which I thought just mentioning. And next thing regarding the display. So in terms of the display, the OnePlus Nord 2 has got the Fluid AMOLED display with a 120 Hz touch sampling rate in this phone. Yes, by default we are getting 120 Hz touch sampling rate, and the refresh rate is of 90 Hz refresh rate. That's the one sad part little bit, but it's not a big deal for most of the users, but we did expect this kind of 120 Hz quite common nowadays in the 30,000 range of premium range. Not only the premium, even in the mid-range segment also we're seeing a lot of phones implementing 120 Hz. That's a kind of small drawback, but even touch sampling rate is also very low in this phone. For some reason, I'm getting only touch sampling rate up to 120 Hz in this device. I'm not sure why, but as you can see right now, I'm getting only 210. So 210 minus 90 Hz refresh rate, so you'll be getting 120 Hz touch sampling rate in this device. So in terms of the display segment, these 2 complaints I do have. So there is no green tint issue, there is no other pink tint, or there is no blue tint or anything. So no issues regarding the display apart from this thing. And outdoor visibility also really good in terms of the brightness of the display, so you should not be any problem in terms of the display of this OnePlus Nord 2 device. Outdoor visibility is perfectly all right. So not much big complaints at this moment in the OnePlus Nord device regarding the display quality. As you can see, it looks really good. So not only this option, you do have the video enhancement options as well. In case if you want, you can definitely enhance the video sharpness and color boost option as well. That's also another thing about the display in this one. Overall, for the in terms of the display, I'm giving slight points, maybe close to out of 5. I'm giving 4 points because there's not much high refresh rate and not high touch sampling rate, and not everyone will be required. But if you're paying 30,000 rupees, definitely you will be expecting this kind of things as an all-round package. That is what I meant. So let's move to the next topic, which is the camera. So in terms of the camera, the phone has got really very solid performance, friends, with a 50 megapixel camera. Most of the time I did like the night mode shots in this OnePlus Nord 2. These are right now, out of my all the phone connections, this phone was able to perform really good in the night mode shots. Yes, out of my collection only, all the phones. So this night mode shots is really good. Front cam, I'm not that satisfied with the front cam. It was kind of okay, I would say, with the front cam clarity in terms of the colors and everything. As you can see, not that great, but it kind of okay, I would say. As you can see, friends, these are the night mode shot which are taken inside the bus as well, and this is the front cam which are taken, as you can see, friends, here. As you can see, which looks really good. The back cam, no issues with the camera. The details you get is really good in this phone. In this OnePlus Nord device, the details you can capture, which is fantastic in terms of the colors and everything. So regarding the camera, I don't have any kind of issues in this OnePlus Nord device at this moment. Not only this few samples, I did have plenty of other samples as well in this phone, so which I collected. As you can see, the front cam. So in some scenarios, you'll be having really good colors and everything. If you have the very outdoor lighting environment, only then you can actually find this kind of very good front cam. If you are having the low light, it's not that great in terms of the performing the low light. That's the one thing which other mentioning. It's another shot which I taken using this OnePlus Nord 2, which looks fantastic. As you can see, friends, the shot, so which is my favorite shot of all time, this one in the OnePlus Nord 2 only, which I have taken. Even the front cam video recording also really good in this phone. Not much complaints in terms of the front cam, as you can see. So front cam video recording and stabilization is also not bad in this phone. So even I did upload a couple of other videos as well in terms of the stabilization. So in case if you are interested, you can check those videos for more details about the front cam. And this is a slow motion recording which I recorded. There is no 960 fps at this moment. That's a slightly drawback at this point in terms of slow motion recording. That's a one thing which is not available at this point. You can find all this kind of camera samples in my playlist which I have created for the OnePlus Nord 2. That is the reason in the beginning only I did say try to check the playlist. You will find all the details in one single playlist. So friends, these are the details about the camera. So overall, after 5, I'm giving the rating of 4. So little bit in the front cam, I'm not that impressed some scenarios. That's the one thing. And camera application, sometimes it's kind of closing. So in case if you're experiencing any kind of issues, let me know in the comment section below. Some of the users did report the camera application is closing automatically. That's the one thing. So next, move to the next topic, which is the battery and the charging. Regarding the battery and the charging, the phone has got the 4500 mAh of battery capacity, and the charging speed is really fast, which takes only about 29 minutes. Yes, absolutely, friends. Even just yesterday only, I did upload the video on the charging speed test comparison with the iQOO 7 device, as you can see here. So it was able to perform really good, solid performance in terms of the charging speed. Even after 30 days, it was able to maintain really high standards in terms of the charging speed. So no issues with the charging in this OnePlus Nord 2 till now. And regarding the battery backup, yes, little bit kind of battery draining is happening in not only in my unit, in few other units as well. So they did mention that they're getting the screen on time close to 5 hours and 5.5 hours and 4 hours only, but we should get average of close to 6 hours in this device. So maybe with the recent software update, that might be the thing which has happened maybe in this device. So I did upload a couple of other videos as well regarding the battery in this phone. Sometimes the overnight draining will be close to 10% as well, 10 to 12% sometimes overnight draining. And this is the screen on time which I got. As you can see, 4 hours and 38 minutes for the 7% of battery. As you can see, these are the statistics which I'm trying to show you exactly as a proof what is happening with this OnePlus Nord 2 regarding the battery backup in this phone. So overall, after the software update, only this kind of changes has happened in this device regarding the battery draining thing. And in terms of the battery backup, these are the quick details which I thought of giving you on this OnePlus Nord 2 in my experience of using 30 days. Now let's move to the next topic, which is the connectivity. So in terms of the connectivity, friends, you should not be worried about the OnePlus phones. Basically, yes, it's solid connectivity. Wi-Fi or 4G doesn't matter. Indoor or outdoor or extreme village type testing as well doesn't matter for this phone. This phone was able to perform really very strong in terms of the connectivity. So till now, no issues with this phone. Even after the software update, the Wi-Fi 2.4 GHz also got fixed. Now the phone was able to perform really solid without much problems in this device. That's the one thing which I can definitely say confident regarding the connectivity 100%. Now let's move to the another topics which are build quality and UI software updates and everything. So in terms of the build quality, let's talk about the haptic feedback. Haptic feedback is also very strong friends in this phone, not much issues I can definitely notice at this point. It's very strong haptic feedback. You can actually get really strong haptic feedbacks while typing and even while gaming as well. There's an option which is available in the games. Let me just show you exactly in the games. If you try to go to the settings, there's an option which says haptic feedback enhancement. If you use this option in some games, if they are supported, you'll experience this kind of slightly haptic feedback. That's the one thing. So Type-C 3.1 port is not present. The phone has got only USB Type-C 2.0, which is really outdated when compared with the OnePlus phones. OnePlus 80 and OnePlus 9R, they are using USB Type-C 3.1 premium ports, but this OnePlus Nord 2 is having very much cost cutting. A lot of cost cutting is there in this phone. So in terms of the display cost cutting, in terms of the USB Type-C port also cost cutting is there in this OnePlus Nord 2. So these are the things which I will try to discuss later. But regarding speakers also, I'm really happy. No issues with the speaker problem in this phone. It was able to perform really strong speakers. Dual speaker setup is perfectly working fine. And UI, we all do know the OnePlus got mixed with the Realme UI, but in my experience, I did feel like not much major differences, but little bit kind of settings and all the UI menu got completely changed. I can totally understand. And even some of the problems which as with the Realme UI, I mean the Color OS, same problems will be happening in the OnePlus Nord 2 as well in terms of the few problems. And it also depends upon the user what UI you prefer. But for me, it doesn't make not a lot of change, but I wish we could add the previous Oxygen OS only in this complete clean in this OnePlus Nord 2, but things are like that. So that's the thing about the UI friends. And in terms of software update, I did receive the 2 software updates from the starting to till now. And right now I'm running the June security patch update only. June, yes, this OnePlus Nord 2 is running June security patch update. So till now I did not get the July or August anything. So maybe we might be expecting very soon. Let's see how much more time it's going to take in this OnePlus Nord 2 to get the latest update. And finally, regarding the price of this phone is about 29,999 rupees. So for this 29,999 rupees, and is it worth to buy or not? I would say kind of yes, it's worth to buy the OnePlus Nord 2 without any kind of issues, because you're getting really solid all-round package in this OnePlus Nord 2. Apart from small disadvantages, I mean regarding the refresh rate and touch sampling rate and the USB Type-C 2.0 port, all these things little bit, but not a major thing. But overall, I was really happy friends using this OnePlus Nord 2. Initial impressions were not that great, but later on after using and after a couple of updates, it was able to perform the good. Even the Netflix HDR is supported, Amazon HD is supported, and software updates is also guaranteed. 2 Android updates in this phone, so it should not be a problem. So that's it friends, these are the things which you should know before actually buying the OnePlus Nord 2, and my complete review after using more than 30 days of usage with the OnePlus Nord 2 device. Very soon I'll try to come up with the Poco F3 GT and other phones as well after using long time usage. So thank you for watching and seeing the next video friends. I'll stay tuned for more updates. Meanwhile, signing off. Bye.